the trunk lid, the doors, the door panels, from the hinges there, and with the braid, and it was flexible, no problems here, and of course the tailpipe, the exhaust pipe, that could be a problem. Sometimes it can end up trying to couple and they end up having because the tailpipes are isolated, or they're not grounded. They have those rubber mounts for vibration. So you want to ground your end of your tailpipe and alternators, and man, you pretty much got to bond as much as you can, and even wrapping your harnesses with ferrites. The RF is a strange beast. It's like lightning. It will seek its other side of itself. And but yeah, with the new cars, I remember I was just a quick thing there. We was at a Hamfest, Buddy and I, a number of years ago, local Hamfest here in Northwest Indiana. And the guy had a beautiful Italian amplifier on the desk, right? Had the big bands on it, HF amplifier. So we walked past it. My buddy said, don't look. What are you looking at that thing for? I was going, no, you already got it in. What are you going to do? Put it on your head. Oh, well, I just want to ask.
Frequencies in use.
Came back past the table again, we did, him and I. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, you saw this amplifier brand new. What's up? I mean, this thing is brand new. This is on the market. I mean, he said, well, and you got a cheap price on it, too. He said, well, so I kept picking at the guy. So the guy decided to say, well, I better tell him. He said, well, the amplifier was in the car. I'm cruising down the highway at about 60 miles an hour. And I heard this beautiful station. I was going to make a contact. So everything was tuned up. The screwdriver was tuned up. So I hit him with a signal, and my car kind of jolted. He said he thought he hit a bump. So he said he went on and he keyed the radio up again, right? He said the car went in reverse. I said, wait a minute. What do you mean? You pulled over and would you head back up? He said, no. I was 60 miles an hour, and I keyed the amplifier, keyed the radio up, and my transmission went into reverse.
Yeah, this frequency is in use.
Oh, I'm sorry. And the guy said, of course, you know what happened after that deal. So that's the story of that story. So if you got RF, if you don't set it up right, you're right, Ryan, you got serious problems. You will have serious problems. And especially with these new cars. And the buggy that I got now, the 2019 mid-year car, hey, if I pull up in my driveway and it's all automatic, you got a shifter, but you don't have to shift it really. It's electronic. And I find myself sometimes, because I'm just getting used to the new setup, and I just pull up and thinking that the car's been parked, and I just go ahead and hit the engine, cut it off. The transmission automatically goes into park. Like, I didn't even do that. Electronic, duh. Oh man, so I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and clear out here, let you get out here, let you get with your other stations there. All right, good QSO. Yeah, I like chopping it up that way versus just contact. So clearing with N7 RMK. They still copy. Good signal here at the Gary, Indiana, Chicagoland area. This is W9LIO clear. Have a blessed one, you and the family rather, and stay COVID safe. W9LIO out.
All right, Lionel, very good. Oh yeah, I copy all that, and the electronics and radio. Sometimes they just don't mix. But yeah, I'm the same way. Just like to get into the conversations. Never going to be too quick, but then I can hear the other guys out there tuning up, chomping at the bits. Lionel, it was fantastic talking to you, and right back at you. Blessed day to you and your family. You guys stay well, and we'll all get through this together. With that said, N7 RMK is QRZ.
Norway Sugar 7 Echo.
Norway Sugar 7 Echo. Go ahead, sir.
I apologize. I thought I went to the other VFO to check it out. I'm very sorry. This radio is new to me. I just rebuilt it. It's an ICOM 781. Name here is Arts Alpha Radio Tango. We're in a little town called La Tour, Minnesota, and we just moved up here from Florida. So you're coming in 5 and 9. Very nice signal.
Oh, QSL. You're doing about the same back here. There sounds like there's a little something maybe in your audio. I don't know. I'm on 21285, so not sure if you're a little off frequency or something there, but I can hear you clearly. It's just a little bit of an artifact in there somewhere. And no worries, I know how it is. One side of the country can hear the other side, but if you're over here, over there, all of a sudden you can't hear, but, and I'm listening, so you think the channel's clear. No big deal at all. It happens for sure.
Waiting for you, and I didn't think that so I hit my VFO to go to my other VFO to check, and I thought it was on a totally different frequency, and evidently it was on yours. So evidently I'm not sure how it does the split or the dual channel watch yet. It's new to me, so like I said, I just rebuilt it. In ICOM 781, I never could afford one when it was new, but I picked one up out of on eBay out of a garage sale that when they sell those the storage units that nobody claims or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I was missing a whole bunch of stuff, and I rebuilt it, bought a new tube, rebuilt the flyback transformer, put all new capacitors in it, and I just love it now. This is the first time that I made a microphone type connection on here. I'm normally CW. So, N7 RFK NS70.
All right, very good there, Art. And it's November 7 Radio Mexico Kilo. So you got it right for your log there. But yeah, very good. That's cool. I kind of understand a lot of the electronics, and obviously what I've had to learn to pass the tests and stuff like that. And you kind of learn it and forget it if you're not doing it every day. So I'm always fascinated by the guys that can get in there at the component level and do a couple little tests, know exactly what's going on, look at the schematic, back down to the radio. Yep, okay, good, all right. Yeah, because that's never been me. I'm always the one that's like, hey, my radio don't work. Can you fix it? Oh yeah, sure, cool. Bring it on over, and and I'll listen and learn as much as I can on it. But I'm one of those guys. I guess we're called appliance operators. I just don't like to yak on my radio. If it breaks, I'm in trouble. But so that's cool that you got the good deal on that and got it turned into what you want it to be. As far as that goes, that feels like an accomplishment, I'm sure, when you're done with that.
Yeah, and N7RMK and S70. Yeah, like I said, this radio back in the 92 area was made for the UN, I think. And then they sold some to ham radios also. Ham radio operators also. It was like $12,000, $13,000 back then. So like I said, I could never spend that much back then. And now that I got one that was in a dumpster sale actually, and totally rebuilt it and replaced anything that was worn. There's some people that have been parting them out and selling the parts when they don't work, and I was able to get all new buttons for the front of it, and all the new components are inside also, so I'm kind of liking it so far. So I'm not used to where the microphone setting would be and whether there's a preamp on here or anything like that, but my antenna is a 0.5 vertical, 43 foot tall. It has an MFJ remote antenna tuner at the base, so I don't even use the antenna tuner in the rig. And you feed 5 volts, 12 volts out on the coax with your RF, and that drives the automatic antenna tuner at the base. Pretty nice setup. Don't have to worry about a thing. It's all automatic. So anyhow, I'll let you go. Nice to talk to you. It's much colder up here than it was in Texas. We've only been here 2 months now. And 7 RMK and S70.
All right, very good there, Art. Thanks for being out there, and no worries on the key up there. It wasn't that big of a deal. So, all right, we'll catch you down the log, and thanks for being there. N5, NS7E, N7 RMK, and QRZ.
Kilowatt 0, Quebec Yankee.
N7 RMK, this is WB2GDD Portable 9.
All right, we got 2 of you in there. I did hear the K0GY, and then I heard the W2 portable station. Let me pick up the portable right quick, because I know the conditions could change quick on that. So we'll let the portable get in there, and then we'll go back to the K0 station. I hope that sounds good for everybody. WB2, give me the rest of the call.
N7 WB2GDD, Whiskey Bravo 2 Golf Delta Delta Portable 9. You are 5'9", booming into Sparta, Wisconsin.
QSL, you know, you're doing a fantastic job coming back here. Now, of course, I got an amplifier, a big beam, and all that stuff. Tell me about your portable situation in Sparta there, because you're doing a fine job coming back to the West Coast here.
QSL, thanks. I am running about 100 watts, and I am using a quarter wave Marconi anchored at the top in a tree branch that's, you know, essentially it's a 40-meter Marconi quarter wave.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, it's doing a real good job here. And in fact, I'm trying to start a deal on YouTube where I put some of these conversations on YouTube and, you know, just put it out there for people to see, you know, friends, family, and if I build a following, I build a following. Not a big deal, you know. What's this ham radio stuff all about? So, if I figure all this out, check it out tonight. Use my call N7RMK as a search on YouTube, and you can hear what it sounds like. You've got about a 5.6, but you've got an S9 voice. If I wasn't looking at the radio, I'd swear you were S9. So I guess we call that what, Q5 with a S5 signal, but definitely sounds like you are a S9 plus. Anyway, you're doing fine. You're working it. I got you in the logbook, and I always like to pick up the portable stations, portables, mobiles, QRPs, because things can change fast. But we had the other station in there. I'll give you one more go around on the 73 round. We'll call it there. WB2 GDD N7 RMK.
Roger, very good. Thanks. I won't hold it with you. I know you got somebody else calling you. 73s, good luck. Stay healthy out there. N7RMQ, this is WB2GDD, Portable 9 clear.
Correction, N7RMK. RMK. And all right, yeah, good job on getting that one set up. The other station was a K0GY, I believe. If you're still there, go ahead, sir.
Roger, this is K0 Quebec Yankee, K0QY, and the handle is Dick, Delta India Charlie Kilo. And I just wanted to tell you that you're running about a 20/9 solidly into to a small town 30 miles west of downtown St. Louis, QSL.
Oh, QSL, I do appreciate it. Yeah, we've got a little station going over here. It's mostly a big antenna, a little bit of an amplifier, and the ICOM radio here. But everybody sounded great on the band today. I'm so happy that 15's opening, and then we'll get 10, and oh man, all of a sudden it'll be worldwide. But I decided to come down here today and play on 15. I keep seeing it's been open. I was looking you up here on QRZ and getting you in the logbook, so I didn't quite get your signal report. My name here is Ryan, Romeo Yankee Alpha November, and we're out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'll get you a signal report on the next go-around. So tell me what's going on out there in your neck of the woods today.
Yeah, Ryan, well, we're seeing the first day of bright, sunny, clear skies in and around St. Louis for the last week or so. We've had an awful lot of rain, which was much needed, and we still need some. But other than that, it's a beautiful day. Temperature in the mid-60s, and we are. I'm watching the leaves fall and wondering what I'm going to do to get them up and off the lawn before long. But yeah, you've got a beautiful signal. You just are banging into here. We're really in Wildwood, Missouri, which is about 30 miles west of downtown St. Louis, and you're doing really well. And just thought I'd give you a shout and let you know we were hearing you in there, and it's just a really good. We don't hear this band open very much, and it's a real good signal. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. The band. It's been quiet for quite a while. I just got this station together this year. It's my first, as I call it, real ham station. I've always just been 100 watts in a wire with a mobile radio, or at the house, of course, or just something in my pickup truck, 100 watts. So now I got the big beam and an amplifier and the 7300. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to this solar cycle. starting to ramp up. So I'm super excited when I saw that 15 and even 10's been open in the last few afternoons. The SFI was up in the mid 80s. Today it's dropped down a little bit. It's at 78, but for what we've been dealing with for the last number of years, boy, these numbers seem to be really big when we know that they're going to be a lot bigger. So I'm reading your QRZ page here and listen to what you're saying and reading, so I haven't gotten that far down. But when I see you worked at the NASA Manned Flight Center, now I'm intrigued. Anything that leaves the ground, be it a helicopter, an airplane, a rocket ship, a glider, if it leaves the ground, I am impressed and have been all my life. So tell me a little bit about what you did working for NASA there.
Right. Let me give you one thing here. My station is an ICOM 7610, and it's new, and I haven't been on the air very long with it. But actually, I was with Southwestern Bell Telephone Company at the Manned Spacecraft Center in Houston, and was privileged to work on the first experimental broadband data circuit from the Cape into Houston to bring the medical data from the capsule to the Houston folks. And that was I was at the Manned Spacecraft Center in Houston for up through Gemini 4, and it was an interesting time. Got to meet some of the first astronauts and tour around some things that are pretty startling by today's standards. Go ahead.
Oh, that is absolutely fantastic and amazing, and man, thank you for your work on that. All that project at the time was what the biggest project we'd ever even considered doing, much less actually doing. So all of you guys that were part of that, as far as I'm concerned, are national heroes. And should be treated as such. From all the way from like in the movie, I believe it says the guy that was sweeping the floor all the way up to the engineer that designed the damn thing. Let's talk to them, because they all have something to say that's important, and they've done a job that's important as far as the missions go. That's fantastic. Definitely a lot jealous. You got to see and do and meet a lot of cool people that I've done nothing but read about. So that's awesome. That is definitely cool stuff. Yeah, obviously you're a far smarter guy than me. All that stuff is way over my head, technologically speaking. So even back then, that was the cutting edge technology. So that's cool business. Well, very, very, very cool. We'll send it back to you. K0QY from N7RMK.
N7RMK, K0QY. Well, Ryan, it was a very interesting time. I had a very privileged career between Southwestern Bell and AT&T and Bell Laboratories. I got to spend some time at the LBJ Ranch right after Lyndon became president, and got involved in some interesting developmental things at the time. So it was my life has been kind of interesting. I just turned 82, and I'm trying to find more time now to quit fiddling around with things outside and spending some time on the radio. Your signal's holding up really well. I won't hold you. Probably some other guys are looking to talk to you. I'll get off your ear, and I appreciate your coming back to me. I'll say 73s and stand by for a final. Go ahead.
All right, very good. Yeah, and your signal stayed very consistent as well between S8 and S9, and fantastic audio. So definitely you're doing a good job out there as well with that 7610. Appreciate you coming back to me, and enjoyed the conversation, and that's awesome about the things that you got to do with all of that in your career. That sounds awesome. All right, 73s, thanks for being there, and we'll catch you on down that log. N7RMK is clear, and QRZ.
Here, Richard.
Good day, Roger. Brian.
I think they're having a also. Good meeting you.
Sounds like we might have another conversation trying to go on underneath us out there. We'll give it a shot, see if anybody else can hear me, and maybe the others will hear me and move on. I don't know. N7RMK CQCQ QRZ.
Kilo India 4, Yankee Zulu, November. Jackson, just across the river.
I got a Kilo India 4, Yankee Zulu November. Is that correct?
QSL, correct 100%. You're 5-9 Tennessee, Tango November.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, I was punching your call sign into the QRZ page here so that I can bring you up and put you on the log. So I have no idea what your actual signal was, but you sound fantastic out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The name here is Ryan, right? Romeo Yankee Alpha November, and we're sending it back to you. Tell us what's going on in Tennessee today.
QSL, Ryan, the name on this end is William. Whiskey India Lima, Lima India Alpha Mexico. And about 68 degrees. Woke up this morning from frost, and so far, from dinner time till now, it's really warmed up. Sunshiny, and turned in to be a real nice day so far, over.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, we're looking for a high around 83 degrees out here in the desert today. So, man, I tell you, I'm ready for the 60s. I'm ready for a cool winter. We haven't had any rain, and it's been hot, and I'm just ready for it to not be hot. We get our 3 or 4 months of nice weather that most people call winter is like a spring out here, or a fall or a spring, whatever you want to call it to us. And I look forward to it every year because the summers are long and hot. On the signal, you're anywhere from an S1 to an S3. It's not a big signal, but your audio's cutting through. It sounds great. So easy copy, even though the meter might not be telling me it should be. So that's the report from Vegas. Hot, dry, and you're sounding good out here. KI4 Yankee Zulu November 7 Radio Mexico Kilo.
QSL, Ryan, November 7, Romeo, Mexico, Kilo. Here I thought was in return. I do need to confirm your state on this band. I will be sending you a card. I read in your bio where you ain't got any made right now, but I want to drop you a card. I'm down to 5 states on this band, and you're one of them, so whenever you do get one, I'd appreciate one in return, over.
All right, well, I tell you what, I'm not sure when that's going to be, so if you would include a little note in your card, and absolute worst case scenario, I'll at least send you back a little 5x5 handwritten that says we made the contact, because I know how frustrating that can be. I haven't gotten down to band by band yet. Just really been logging since January of this year, and I've only got 5 states left, and apparently nobody in Delaware's got a radio. We're just going to throw that out there. And I've only got a few states right around me here locally, adjacent to my state that I've got left. And I know how frustrating it is once you get down to the last little bit. So I've got you logged in on QRZ. I don't know if that helps you or not, so you can confirm it there, which will also be on Log of the World. If you don't do any of that stuff, that's fine. Just drop a note in the card that tells me that I'm one of the last few states that you need, and I'll at least write up a little cue card and send it back to you, if that'll work for you.
QSL, that'll confirm it. And as far as I know, that'll work anyway. As long as I can show something, I appreciate it. And before the conditions change, I won't get out here and let somebody else get the chance to work it, because Nevada's kind of rare in our part of the world. And I understand what you're saying about Delaware. They are hard to work. I've got them on 10, 20, and 40, but I also need them on 15. So Delaware's hard to come by. Anyway, you enjoyed it, Ryan. Appreciate it. We'll get you a card in the mail, and like I said, 7-3. Maybe we can catch you and work you again somewhere else. N7 RMK KI4 or IZN. Thanks a lot, 7-3, Ron.
Hey, no problem at all, Williams. Thankful for you to come back to me, and yeah, we'll get that worked out one way or another. And yeah, I don't have Delaware on any band, so yeah, that's how that is. All right, 73 is my friend. Thanks for being out there. November 7, Radio Mexico Kilo QRZ.
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. It's going to take me a minute. I got to get back into the chair. That's the biggest signal I've seen come back yet.
You've been booming in here all afternoon. I've been listening to you for a little while, and you've been screaming in here. You're about an S9, but peaking over S10 over at times.
Yeah, copy that. You're just over the S9. I give you a solid 9 plus 10. Fantastic sound and audio. So tell me what's going on. Where are you at? You're in Tennessee, it looks like. What's going on in your neck of the woods today?
I'm just kind of chillaxing today, not doing much anything. I had plans to help a buddy of mine do some antenna work, but he bailed because he said it was too cold. I beg to differ, but he's from down in these parts, and I'm from up north, so our versions of cold are relative, I guess. And I called him a sissy for bailing on me, but we'll get to it. Other than that, I'm just relaxing. I had have a nice glass of wine going here, and just spending a lazy day, fixing to go put some hamburgers on the grill here in about an hour or two, and get that all going. Just me and the YL. My kids are all gone and raised. And that's what got me back into the hobby. Suddenly I had disposable income. I'm like, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to do ham radio. Back to you, N4DJT.
Okay, hold on a second. A disposable what? Huh? Yeah, my kids. My son's 21, so he's out doing his thing. My daughter is 17, about to turn 18, just about wrapped up with high school and wants to be a nurse. So I don't think I'm going to have any disposable anything for at least the next 4 or 5 years anyhow. We'll get her through that, and then I'm young. I'm only 43, so I got plenty of time to spend the money that I'm still making. So we'll get her through college, and then I'll know what that disposable stuff is eventually. Radios, trips. It's my turn. You know, the mistakes I made, as I look around, make sure she can't hear me. The mistakes that I made, I'm going to make up for in my travels now that they're on their way. But yeah, fantastic signal coming back here. You're a solid S9 plus 10, sometimes even getting close to the 20. If all goes well, you'll be able to look this on YouTube this evening. Kind of starting a new thing. Friends and family have asked what the heck this ham radio stuff is. Don't you have a cell phone? So I'm trying to do some recordings and put them up on YouTube, whatnot. And you know, if I catch a following out of it, sure, cool, fine. But sometimes I think people enjoy to see what they look like on the S meter and what they sound like coming through the radio. Right now it's just a phone on a tripod looking at the screen on the radio. But anyway, check it out if you like it, subscribe, all that stuff. Other than that, there's not a lot going on out here in Vegas today. The weather, we're looking at 83, I think, for the high. And cold is definitely relative, because I say anything below 60 degrees is cold. And people from places where it actually gets cold look at me like I'm funny. And then, of course, I tell them it's 115 degrees in the summertime and they want to fall over because they're too hot just hearing that. Anyway, N4 DJT, back to you, N7 RMK.
N7 RMK, N4 DJT. Absolutely. I was out there in Vegas last year. Last September, I was out. My nephew decided to get married in Vegas, and I was like, ugh. I had been there once or twice before, a long time ago, when, you know, Vegas was Vegas, you know. I think the newest hotel casino out there was the Luxor at the time. That was the last time I was out there. That's so long ago. And so they decided to get married on me and the YL's wedding anniversary. So I said, well, we'll make it an anniversary thing because we'll only be at the wedding for a couple hours. So I went big time and got the suite at the Bellagio and rented a convertible and did all the big pimping things. So if we're gonna do Vegas. And it was a good time, but I don't know if I ever go back. Gambling's not my thing, but that was a great time, and the hotel was gorgeous. But I got to see a little bit of the town, but not as much as I wanted to. I would have liked to gotten out and see the countryside outside of Vegas, because I'm always fascinated with the desert and the dry climate. I love Arizona. I wouldn't want to live there because of the water. I wouldn't want to live in Vegas because of the water problem too. But
It's gorgeous country out there. And for DJT.
Yeah, I'm not very big on going down to the strip or any of that. You know, it's pretty to look at from a distance. I know what goes on down there, and you know, for the most part, yeah, it's there's the desert itself. Oh man, so many things to see out here. You know, we got Red Rock Canyon is on the Spring Mountains. It's just to the west of town. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous place. A lot of sandstone reds and different colors and stuff like that. And then, of course, we've got to the north of town, not very far, Valley of Fire, which is another huge, big sandstone and just Valley of Fire. It's all red, all red rock. Another beautiful place. And then, of course, Lake Mead. As it's different, big puddle of water in the desert, so you know there's a little bit different of an ecology going on there, and you can tour the Hoover Dam and whatnot. And then, of course, Mount Charleston. You know, it's 11,000 foot peak, something like that. So it's got a decent forest up there and stuff, ski resorts, on and on and on. And then just everywhere you go, yeah, the desert is a beautiful place if you know where to look. Back to you.
N7 RMK and 4 DJT. No, absolutely. I think because you live in Vegas. The same thing. I have the same thing here. I'm about 30 miles or so west of Nashville as the crow flies. And so I have company come down from out of state, either the YL people or friends, my family up in Pennsylvania, and they're like, hey, let's go downtown and go to the honky tonks. I'm like, oh God, do we have to? It's just full of knuckleheads and drunks. I did all that stuff when I first moved down here like 22 years ago from Philly, and I just loathe going into Nashville. It's just like it's the worst. I was like, okay, we'll go. Just so you can do the experience of doing the Broadway crawl and seeing all the honky tonks. But it's changed down there. It's like I think Nashville is like the bachelorette party capital of the United States now. It's like it's just roving bands of women and just having a good time with their bachelorette parties, just being stupid. But I love it here in Tennessee. It's the only thing I miss is being a little closer to the ocean. When I was living in Philly and Pennsylvania, and it was an hour drive to the Jersey Shore, and here it's 8 hours. 8 hours down to the Redneck Riviera in Florida, and about 10 hours if I want to go to the Atlantic Ocean in the Carolinas. So that's a downer. But other than that, yeah, I love it here because it's still warm. I can grill, and do some smoking on Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving, and don't have to worry about shoveling much snow. We get snow, but it's usually gone in a day. But yeah, I love it here. It's just it's one of my better decisions, I would say.
Yeah, copy that. Sounds like I have the same outlook when people would come to town. Hey, take me down to the strip and show me this, show me that. Vegas, woohoo, no rules, just right. And I'm just like, no. You're going to be stupid, and I don't want to deal with that. And there's going to be a lot of other stupid people around us. So yeah, I've never really done that. For me, living here when I was growing up, when we were teenagers and first getting our cars and stuff, like, let's go cruise the strip, man. And we'd go look at the pretty women, try to talk to the girls and stuff like that. And the girls driving around were generally from here, so it was kind of the cool place to go. And we had places we'd park and then look at everybody's cool cars and this and that. And then as we grew up, it's like, man, that's a lot of traffic to go sit in. Why don't we just go over here and do this, where we don't have to sit in our cars and drive all night. So I'm sure that's probably the experience for everybody. And now I'm 43. Kids are pretty much grown up, like we were saying, and I'm looking to get out of Vegas. Honestly, I'd like to move up. There's a friend of mine lives in a little town just outside of Reno, about 45 minutes to the east of Reno, and it's cooler. It's out in the middle of nowhere. The town itself is it's 20,000 people, which some might say that sounds like a lot, but for me, and living in a valley with almost 3 million people in it, that's out in the country, and I like it that way. So that's the plan, anyways. When it comes, probably time to retire, if I'm being honest with myself. it'll be to get a piece of land up there, build a little house, put together a radio station that nobody complains how tall my tower is, and live the life of a city dweller out in the countryside, because I definitely feel more comfortable there, less people around, and just more leave me alone, let me do my thing, and I enjoy that. So anyway, N4 DTJ, N7 RMK, back to you for probably a quick final, and then I got time for a couple more before I got to get out of here. So back to you.
Yeah, okay, Ryan, N7 RMK, N4 DJT, N4 Juggable Turtles. Yeah, I totally dig it. That's why I moved out of here to the country last year. There's no quick trips to the grocery stores here. I lived in a town south of Nashville that was booming, a boom town. It's where they make the GM cars in Spring Hill, Tennessee. They used to make Saturns there. Now they make the GM SUVs, whatever they're called, Encores or what, I don't know. But it just got crazy, so I moved out here to the country. I can put towers up, antennas. I'm in the county. I have no HOAs, none of that stuff to worry about. So it's lovely out here. I can't beat it. But anyhow, I'll let you go. Pick up somebody else, my friend. It's good talking to you. Great QSO and great signal. Still booming in here in Tennessee. Have yourself a great afternoon, my friend, and we'll catch you down the band. N7 RMK and 4 DJT 73.
Absolutely, and your signal has stayed very constant as well, right up there over S9. I love it. And like I said, if you want to check it out, N7RMK, just search that on YouTube. That's the name of the channel. It'll pop up. You can see what you sounded like on the radio and get the signal report, all that good goofy stuff. And I love it. Don't juggle turtles. Somebody named mine Ride My Kangaroo, and it stuck, unfortunately. Anyway, 73's to you, my friend, and we'll definitely look for you down the log. Great QSO, and hope to hear you out there again. N7 RMK QRZ.
Kilo Echo 9 Lima Echo.
Kilo Echo 9 Lima Echo. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, good afternoon to you. The name is Nando, November Alpha, November Delta Oscar. PTH is Springfield, Illinois. You're running 5.9 and Pizza 20 here. Beautiful signal. The call is Kilo Echo 9 Lima Echo. QTH is Springfield, Illinois. Over.
QSL. Yeah, you're running about the same here, about a 5.9 into Las Vegas, Nevada. It sounds like, I don't know, maybe you're off frequency a little bit or got some settings off. It's not that you're hard to understand, it's just not that normal, clean, single sideband sound and audio you got there, just to let you know, not to be critical. Other than that, what is going on in your neck of the woods today?
Well, we got a beautiful day here, beautiful day, fall day, and, you know, 59 degrees. 59 degrees here in Springfield, and beautiful blue sky, million colors to the trees, and really beautiful Midwest fall day. I'm running the 830, so yeah, it's just a little bit. Is this any better or the same?
Yeah, I haven't noticed any change. I kind of ran the VFO around a little bit down to see if I could find you, like it was off frequency or something, but it's not horrible. And again, like I said, if everything goes well tonight, if you're interested, you can go to YouTube, check out my YouTube page, and I should have this video up here sometime this evening, probably a few hours after we got off the radio. I thought maybe off frequency, but as I rolled the VFO, not sure if it was really making much of a difference. I'm on 21.285. Hell, maybe I'm off. I don't know. But just wanted to let you know that it wasn't the normal sound that I'm used to hearing. Some people get upset when you tell them that. I'm like, man, I would want to know. Anyway, other than that, yeah, we're about 83 degrees out here in Vegas. So warm, no clouds, no wind. It's actually a beautiful day to be inside talking on the radio. QSL?
QSL, you didn't tell me your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. The name here is Ryan. Romeo Yankee Alpha November. And for the YouTube stuff, like I said, my call sign, N7RMK.
Okay, I will look it up. Thanks, Ryan. Okay. Well, yeah, this is 21.282, so I don't know. It's the 830, probably the VSO needs some adjustment, so hopefully we'll get it adjusted. Now, that's my backup radio. The other one is a 590C. Once in a while, I like to run this one. This was my second radio, so I was but anyway, you got a beautiful signal. I'm running 100 watts into a 3-element beam. I'm about 55 feet up in the air. What are you running there, Ryan? You got a heck of a signal.
Yeah, QSL, you're solid 10/9. Your signal's fantastic as well. We're running here. We've got the IC 7300 running into an Ameritron 811 HD, about 800 watts, into a TH66 high gain beam, which is just a 6-element beam at 50 feet, pointed due east from Las Vegas. So got a little bit of amplifier in there and an okay antenna, right?
Okay, well, sounds terrific. 300 is really a nice radio. Yeah, I'm not running the 590SG this morning, but that's kind of my backup radio. This is my backup radio, what am I saying? But once in a while I like to run and see if it still works. Apparently it still works, but the VSO needs to be adjusted, so... Anyway, Ryan, I think I'm going to go outside and do a little bit of mowing. Enjoy this day. I had a nice walk with the YL this morning. It was beautiful. And I'm going to go mow outside, enjoy some more of the fall weather here. 73 is my friend. You can look me up in QST also and see my pictures and my equipment, all that stuff. N7, RMK, K9LE.
Alrighty, sounds good. Yep, I already got you all logged in and checked that out. Definitely got some cool stuff going on there, and yeah, you'll get that VFO worked out, and you'll be 10/8 for sure. All right, KE9LE N7 RMK. We got about 15 more minutes, so QRZ. Who else we got out there?
KD9SNW.
KD9SNW. Is that right?
Yeah, Fox November Whiskey, and I'm also in Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, okay, QSL. KD9 Fox November Whiskey. All right, we got it right that time. Well, what's going on in your neck of the woods over there?
Well, just like he told you just a second ago, it's a beautiful day, and I'm down here in my basement. It's a little windy, but not bad. It was windier this morning. This can stay like this until next April, and then clear off and get better as far as I'm concerned. And you do have a wonderful signal.
Oh, I do appreciate all the reports and on the signal. That makes me happy. Like I said, I've never had the big radios, so not everybody's saying that I'm S9 plus 10, Tony. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, and you guys all sound fantastic too. Just about everybody out there. I can't believe how many people are coming back when we clear on the throw out the QRZ, and there's a bunch of y'all out there. So some of the smaller signals I hear out there, and you just had one of the bigger ones that came over the top. So it's definitely cool, and I'm glad to see 15 meters is open, and everybody's out here listening and enjoying it. It's going to be fun this cycle. I'm really looking forward to the new cycle. So yeah, you probably copied 83 degrees out here today. Wall-to-wall sunshine, no breeze. It's so beautiful outside, I think I'll leave it there kind of day, sitting in here talking on the radio, right? So I totally get that. Anyway, KD9, FNW, N7 RMK, back to you, sir.
Alrighty, and thanks a lot for the comeback. I won't tie you up, give other people a chance. And I'm like you on the stuff out there, the stuff and the gambling. But you have a good one, and I'm sure you will. And I'm supposed to try to catch that YouTube. KD9FNW, Springfield, Illinois, clear.
All right, copy that. Yeah, we're about 43 minutes into this video, so yeah, that's about where you'll be on the YouTube. All right, let's see. We'll clear with KD9FNW, and this is N7RMK, QRZ. Oh boy, there is a pileup out there. Somebody with a Yankee Alpha. Kilo Bravo 9 Yankee Alpha. What's going on? Uh-oh, maybe I'm not working. Kilo Bravo 9 Yankee Alpha, was that the call?
No, negative. November 9, Papa Yankee Alpha. November 9, Papa Yankee Alpha.
All right, let's go with November 9, Papa Yankee Alpha. If that sounds right, come on down.
Kilo Bravo 9 Alpha Mike Charlie. Kilo Bravo 9 Alpha Mike Charlie.
Okay, I see what happened. I got two calls confused. The Kilo Bravo 9 station, hold off just a second. We'll get to you. And the N9 Papa Yankee Alpha station, go ahead. I must have got two of you at the same time, and my brain just didn't know what to do with it. So we'll go November 9 Papa Yankee Alpha, and then we'll come back for the KB9 station. So November 9 Papa Yankee Alpha, go ahead.
We're running about 100 watts off of rotatable dipole there, Comet, at about 10 feet there. Go ahead, over.
Oh, okay, QSL, yeah, and you're doing good with it. I've got you a solid 5.5 here out in Las Vegas, Nevada. The name here is Ryan Romeo Yankee Alpha November. So yeah, you're definitely getting out here with it. I'm running a little different setup. I got the IC 7300, about 800 watts into a 6-element beam pointed out towards the East Coast. And really happy to hear so many people on 15 meters. So tell me, what is going on in your neck of the woods today?
Not too much. It's about 54 degrees out, sunny. We got the kids out there trick-or-treating. And, we're just enjoying some of the last days there of fall before the snow starts flying.
Oh, copy that. Fantastic with the kids out trick-or-treating. Personally, I like hearing that. I know other people would be like, oh my gosh, but that's just not how I see it. So good for you out there trick-or-treating. Be safe, stay clean, all that stuff that we normally do anyway, right? So that's awesome. So, all right, well, I've got you in the log. You'll be on the YouTube video as well. If you want to check that out later on this evening, give me a little while. I'm brand new at this. I'm really only doing it. Friends and family have asked what's this ham radio stuff all about, but I figure you guys might want to hear what you sound like coming back to Vegas, so that works out, and don't want to put too much time into promoting it, but I know everybody likes it. So Dwayne, have a great time out there with the kids, and hope you guys get all the good candy, and stay away from those houses that don't hand out candy. They're not nice people. No, I'm just joking. November 9, Papa Yankee Alpha from N7 RMK. Back to you for your final, sir.
All right, before we go there, can I get your call there phonetically again? And thank you for being my first contact there, 15 meters. Just got my upgrade there back in March 9th there to General after being a techno code there for about quarter century. So, this is our first 15-meter voice contact. A pleasure. Thank you very much. And it's, again, all my pleasure. 73. Can we get your call there again phonetically? And thank you very much. November 9, Papa Yankee Alpha.
Yeah, sure, no problem, Dwayne. The call is November 7, Radio, Mexico, Kilowatt. And that's awesome. Your first contact on 15 meters. Well, congratulations on the upgrade, and welcome to 15 meters. It's back. It's alive. Has been for 3 or 4 days now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it alive. Even if it falls out next week, it was alive. We've all been waiting for this band to come back. All right, Dwayne, you have a fantastic evening out there, and definitely we'll catch you on down the log another time. All right, now let's move to the KB9 station. KB9 station, if you're still there, come on down.
Kilo Bravo 9 Alpha Mike Charlie.
Kilo Bravo 9 Alpha Mike Charlie. Go ahead, sir.
signal is. You're coming in over here is a S9, solid S9, and had to give it a try.
Yeah, very good there. I didn't hear the name. It says Anthony on Facebook on QRZ. So if you go by that or Tony, I'm not sure. You were way down in the beginning, and then you popped up to about an S5 and good copy towards the end there. So I heard vertical, and I'm not sure what radio you were running, but all that said, when the band conditions are allowing, you sound fantastic out here in Las Vegas. So I'll give you the 5.5 because that's what you came up to, and yeah, I'm running a beam antenna with a little bit of wattage pointed your way. So definitely enjoy hearing the big signal reports from that side of the country. It makes me smile. KB9 AMC, back to you.
Can you give me your call sign and what YouTube channel you're going to be on?
Yeah, the call sign is November 7, Radio Mexico Kilowatt. And that is also, if you put that into YouTube, it'll pop up. That's the channel name, is just my call sign. So there's some radio stuff on there, some airplane stuff, kind of a little mixed bag. It's brand new for the radio stuff, for things just to show people what I do when I say I'm a ham radio operator. They look at me funny and like, what does that even mean? So there you go. So yeah, you'll be able to see yourself on the meter and hear your audio coming through. It's not the greatest audio setup. It's just my cell phone pointed at the radio. So we do the best we can for the audio. Maybe if the page gets traction and takes off, we'll invest in some equipment to get better. But you should be able to hear what you sound like and see the meter. So again, it's November 7, Radio Mexico Kilo. That's the call sign and the YouTube page. Back to you.
The video, and I will make sure that I subscribe, support your channel so that you can move further ahead.
Well, I tell you what, we do appreciate that, definitely do. So, and well, you never know, it might turn into something. I mean, it's not the plan, but hey, we make plans all the time that go in different directions. My crystal ball's broken. You never know what might happen. All right, Anthony, it was good hearing you out there. Let's see, I got time for I'm going to do one more, and then my daughter says it's lunchtime, and she's pretty serious about it. So N7 RMK, going to say QRZ. I need that.
WB4 Bravo Charlie Echo.
Bravo Charlie Echo?
Yeah, Whiskey Bravo 4 Bravo Charlie Echo. We've got a beautiful signal into Louisville, Kentucky, about 15 over S9.
Then I don't know what to do.
And real good audio, good quality signal there. Handle is Harry, and we're running 100 watts, a IC 7300, over.
Oh, very good, very good. Very good signal coming this way. 10 over 9, easy, and very good audio. I'm also running a 7300. Running power, I've got the amp on 800 watts into a 6-element TH66 pointed due east out of Las Vegas today. So you're sounding fantastic. What's been going on in your world this afternoon?
Oh, pretty quiet here. I'm retired, so we don't go anywhere. We don't do much. We even did a big trip for us is going to the bank, the mailbox, and pick up our groceries outside the grocery. That's a big day for my wife and I. But occasionally we get in the car and just go for a ride on a nice day. It is a beautiful day here. It's kind of cool. It's probably maybe middle to upper 50s right now, but a beautiful sunny day after some kind of rainy, cloudy. We had a long stretch of cloudy weather, so it's good to see the sun. I lied to you about your S-meter reading. You're more like 35, a little over 35 dB over S9, because I always forget to turn this RF control. I'm fairly new with this rig. So if I turn the RF control straight up, as you know, that's to get the setting for the true reading on the S-meter. So you are just banging in here. Maybe one of the strongest signals I'm seeing here on 15, which I'm very glad to see is open nicely. I heard a ZL a minute ago is coming in quite nicely also. I've been out to your town a couple of times. Very nice. We've had some fun there. I think on our last trip we saw Donnie and Marie, and that'll give you a clue as to our ages. And enjoyed that.
It was crowded though. Vegas was very, very crowded on on the main streets there. But we did a lot of walking and a lot of just looking in hotels and casinos and stuff like that. But anyway, we been out there a couple of times. Not for gambling. We're not. Neither of us are gamblers. N7 RMK WB4 BCE.
Yeah, QSL and all that. N7 RMK returning. The gambling doesn't seem to be the pull anymore for people that I talk to anyway. Obviously the casinos are doing just fine when things are normal, of course, and crowded. I can't wait to see that again. Actually got the unfortunate experience. We went down there in March right after all this started, and it was sad to see no cars, no people, no nothing down on the strip, and it was really crazy to see. But it's coming back, and Vegas is going to be here, so everybody come on back down. It's open. Be safe, be careful, but we are open again, so that's the cool thing there. And yeah, Vegas is definitely a cool place. You could walk down the strip there. You don't got to go inside. Heck, you guys went to New York, to Paris, the fountains, Treasure Island, so down in the Caribbean during the pirate times. Heck, you kind of took a world tour and never left a 3-mile square area. So it's definitely a cool town. I'm glad to hear people come out here. Your signal has been S9 plus 10 to S9 plus 20. So you're doing a fantastic job coming back this way as well. Definitely glad to see 15 back open again. I do need to wrap it up though. I hate to cut it short. You're also going to be on the tail end of the video here for the YouTube, so if you want to check that out and like, subscribe, all that stuff. I really don't want to keep going on about it, but I guess people are interested, so we'll do that. WB4 BCE from N7 RMK. One more time around.
Okay, what's the handle?
I'm sorry, the name here is Ryan. Romeo Yankee Alpha November.
Okay, Ryan, very good. Last time I looked at your signal, it was about 20 over, but still really, really good and strong. We actually stayed. Well, the first time we went out there, we stayed in the Wynn Hotel, which was gorgeous, and we went back into that one and the one next to it, the new Wynn, and walked all through that beautiful hotel. But the one we stayed at this time, what's the name of it? It's the Italian one. It's like two hotels kind of merged into one, and it was so big that we would have to ask directions almost every time for several days as to where we were going. But how to get in and out of there. But which incidentally, we did take the side trip down to the Hoover Dam and walk inside the dam, saw the generators and all that. Was pretty cool too. I'm not sure what you're talking about on YouTube. I guess you're recording this audio or something and playing it back on YouTube. So I don't really know what you mean about that otherwise. So we'll let you go, Ryan. It's always good to talk to somebody with a really nice, booming, clean signal, and you've got one. So 7-3, nice to talk to you. We'll let you tie it up. It's WB4 Bravo Charlie Echo.
Yeah, definitely on that area. And yeah, same for it. It's definitely enjoyable when you're listening to a signal like yours as well. Solid S9 the whole time. And yeah, just doing a little YouTube thing. Recording the audio, showing the screen so everybody sees their signal, hears themselves, kind of thing. Mostly for friends that ask what's this ham radio stuff all about, but if it goes somewhere, it does. No, not a big deal. Fantastic signal, and yeah, Palazzo, it sounds like maybe where you were at down there in the resorts. Yeah, they are huge. You need a roadmap for sure. So, all right, unfortunately, I do got to go, but I hope to catch you down the log when I've got more time. I do hate to cut them short, but it is what it is today. So great talking to you. I'm glad you were there, and for everybody else, I'll definitely be around. Catch me maybe even tomorrow right here on 15 meters. So N7 RMK, and I am clear and QRT.
7-3 WB4 BCE clear.
All right, so short one today. Thanks for tuning in. If you are interested in this content, I will keep doing it. I'll keep recording more and more, and who knows, maybe we'll do more and more ham related stuff. So if you do like the content, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you. 73 from N7 RMK.